So here it is, summertime around the ranch, and it's unloading hay season. Baling hay, unloading hay, get in the barn, get it back out, bale it up again. Pain in the arse. And then just to try to help around here, we got some local kids around here. They want to, hey, do you hire anybody to unload hay? And they're well-meaning kids. They're trying their dang best, but I don't know. They're kind of like nipples on a boar pig. They're about that useful. But the one today took the cake, the plate, and the table it was sitting on. Okay, so I'm out baling hay, and anybody knows about baling hay knows that sooner or later you're going to bust the belt on that hay baler. Well, guess what happened? I broke a dang belt on the baler. It went through the bale and shot out and all that stuff. So that was about a 45-minute delay with me out there putting a new belt on. Luckily, I had a spare belt in the compartment. I had the tools. Ain't my first rodeo. I figured it out. Come to find out that the belt that had the bale when it shot and landed in the wagon, I didn't think two things of it. Well, apparently that youngster, he went for that bale of hay to throw it off the wagon. He thought it was a black snake, and I guess he did a vertical leap that would make Michael Jordan jealous. And there he was, hanging off the side of the hay wagon. So he got nicknamed Spider's Grip. Because apparently he looked like old Peter Parker in his Spider-Man outfit, jumping up in there, and he had the bee jeepers scared out of him. Can't make this stuff up, folks. Can't make this stuff up. Oh, my knee injury. Yeah, my career-ending knee injury. Oh, yeah. Well, my summer jobs in high school was working on the farms. And it was my senior year. I just graduated. I was going to finish out that summer and try to find something full-time. And I was up on the hay mow, and anybody knows about that. I had a hay mow collapse underneath me. Took about a 2-story drop on my knee and dislocated my kneecap. Now, it sounds real John Wayne, but I just reset it myself right then and there because I didn't have no money to go to the hospital. So I had to reset it. Now, every time it rains, buddy, I'm the first to know it. I hobbled around for about 2 weeks, ace bracing, and that's all I could do. Get myself rehab and back to work again. I'm telling you. So everybody asking me for a hunting story now and again. Now, the best hunting story I have is basically one I wasn't there for. The best hunting story I've ever heard in my life. I'll give it to you right now. And I'm going to try to hide names to protect the guilty. But it was a friend of mine. Him and his dad on their land were hunting at about 6 a.m. They've been up since about 4 or 5. They're up in their respective tree stands. And this before cell phones and stuff. And they had the walkie-talkies. And my buddy wakes, everybody's looking around. And he makes a move and looks around. And he sees something coming through the woods. He can't make out what it is. Guess what in the world it was? A Texas Longhorn. A full-grown Texas Longhorn. So he gets on the walkie-talkie. He goes, Dad, there's a Texas Longhorn under my tree stand. The response was, Son, go back to sleep. Dad, I'm serious. There's a Texas Longhorn. So, walkie-talkies are going off, and come to find out that the neighbor about 5 or 6 miles down the road had just bought 2 Texas Longhorns and from the sale barn the night before. And he put them out in the barn in the pens, and I guess all heck broke loose with these Texas Longhorns. Knocked the crap out of the barn, busted down the fence, and they were running. So basically the owner said, hey, shoot them on sight before they do property damage I'm going to be responsible for. Now, this was muzzleloader time. So, the Longhorn was standing there, and my buddy pulls up on a muzzleloader and shoots this freaking Texas Longhorn right between the eyes. And he said the goofiest thing in the world happened. All 4 feet just went out from underneath him. All 4 feet, just boom! And he goes, you ought to have felt the ground shake when that big sucker hit the ground. That big sucker hit the ground, stunned him, didn't kill him. He got up again. And I guess the second one finally got him. But yeah, they took it down. At least the neighbor got a couple freezers full of meat out of that deal. But that was expensive hamburger, I guess. Oh, that was, oh my gosh. So that's my most, you can't top that when you go deer hunting and there's a freaking Texas Longhorn looking back at you. But I couldn't imagine the property damage. Can you imagine that? Oh my goodness gracious. Whew.